Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Little Coders. In our last lesson, we learned about variables, how to declare the variables and assign values to the variables. In this chapter, we'll be extending the variable session a little more deeper to understand few other aspects of the variables. So without wasting any time, let's start. So last time we learned how to declare a variable and assign a value to it. So let's try to write this line of code. Say, guess what will happen? So it says f is not defined, means we haven't declared or defined the variable f, but we wanted to print the variable. We could easily print like this. This way we need not to declare the f because f is not a variable here. Okay, f is a string here and it will print the string f, but we cannot print this f because here we are treating f as a variable which we never declared. So what we have to do to print the variable f, we have to first declare the variable and we have to initialize the variable. So say we initialize with 0 or say we will initialize with 10. Now we can print it, right? It won't give any error now because we have declared and initialized the variable. Now we can change the variable to something else, say same variable, right? Say what we will do, we can write now printf. See, now the value has been changed because we have modified the value of the variable. Now let's try to learn how to do string concatenation on the variables. So say let's try to print this. Print first let's try to declare two variables. One is a, whose value is little coders, okay, and let's declare and initialize another variable whose value is. Now as you know, a is a string variable and b is not a string variable. b is an integer variable. So what will happen if I write this piece of code, a plus b, guess what will happen? Will it print little coders 2021? Ideally it should print little coders 2021, but instead of doing that, it gave me an error. It says can only concatenate string values, not integer. Now we have one integer value b. b is a variable who is holding the integer value. So it cannot concatenate. So what we have to do, we have to convert the value of b to string and then only we can print. So let's see how to do that. Print A plus to concatenate, or sorry, to convert B to a string, we have to write strb, which will convert the value of B into string, and then see, now it has concatenated both strings and printed as Little Coders 2021. Now we learned one more thing last time, to use a new line. We can even use that one here. Print A plus new line plus strb, and guess what will happen? You see, so that /n created a new line after Little Coders and printed the second variable or concatenated variable 2021 in the next line. I hope now you have understood how we can concatenate two different variables as a string and print it together. One more thing in this chapter is how to delete a variable. So in Python, we even can delete a variable. So say we have that variable called f, whose value is Little Coders, and even if I print it now, I can print it and it will give the value of the variable. But if I write del f, it will delete the variable. So del f will delete the variable. Now if I try to print the variable, guess what will happen? Yes, it will give me an error saying f is not defined, because this variable doesn't exist anymore for Python since we have deleted it by writing the command del f, and if I try to print it now, it will give me an error. This was an extension of the previous chapter, and we'll be finishing this chapter here, and I'll be back with a new chapter where we'll be learning new things from Python. Till then, goodbye and stay safe.